Hello, Transport Fever 2 is the game and getting food to Congleton is the aim. Yep, that's right, today we are going to try our very best to get food all the way up here to Congleton and to Gainsborough. Shouldn't be too hard to get it to Gainsborough or to Congleton because we've got the food factory right here and we have a huge surplus of food stored right here in our port. We currently have 7 mil in the bank, almost 8 mil in the bank, and a really positive looking cash flow, so that is doing us wonders. But if we look at our finance table, you can see I am constantly earning positive values here. We've paid off our loan, so everything is on the up for us. We finally started making a good amount of profit. I've also reduced the amount of losses that we're making on the roads, which is a huge part to play in these total figures here. So what we're going to do to start today's episode is get a road that goes from this food factory up to Gainsborough, and we're going to do that with a country road, a medium one, and we're going to have it curve, so I want this curvy one here. I don't want it to be too curvy, but at the same time I don't want it to look just really unnatural, you know? So we're gonna get this up around the river. There we go. We'll probably make a tunnel or something through there if we've got the money. I'm not sure if we will have the money though, because it does cost a lot of money and it's still very early days. We're currently April 21st, 1880. Oh, and actually, before I forget, I did actually pause this, so I'm going to start speeding up time. I'm going to do half time because I want things to get sped up quicker. Ultimately, I've got a bunch of traffic jams in all of my cities, and the only way I'm going to be able to get past that is to have things like roundabouts and one-way roads and traffic lights. And I can't have those things until I think it's 1925, so I really want to get to that point. I could try to figure out a route over this mountain. I think if we were going to do anything, we would start to come up here, and maybe I don't want to go up there, that's too steep. I actually think we should just go through, because these horse and carts, they're not very good at going up hills. So let's keep this to the low ground, and I'll literally just go through the mountain. Here we go. So we'll do something like this, and we'll bring it over to there. Now, where do I want this to meet up? Do I want this to be on the outskirts of town, or do I want to meet up with, like, this road over there? Could even have it meet up over there, but I feel like that would be more expensive. I feel like the natural route to go would be just straight through this little bit here. So if I do this... do I want it curved? It doesn't cost me very much. Does that stay flat as well? It does stay mostly flat, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm actually really happy with that. I think that looks as good as I could want it to look. Yeah. Now, what I could have done something with this, couldn't I? If I'd thought about it. Let's make it like really, really short. How do I do this? Underground turn length. There we go. If I make that really short. I could have done something like this. I feel like this is for a sort of a time where I've got... I don't know, just nicer looking stuff, because that wall looks way too nice to be built in the 1800s. So yeah, later on I will use those things for tunnels. But not today, because today it seems completely unrealistic. And I'm just going to get this to come around like that, really simply. I don't want it to cut through the mountain. I want it to just use the natural slope. Is that going to be for the best, though? How steep is this? Oh, this is quite steep. I am actually going to have it cut through the mountain then, because I want the slope to be more gradual, just to help the horses out. So realism is out the window here, because I want to help the horses out as much as possible. All right, so that's where the horses are going to connect up, and they're going to come across here, and then I'm going to get a building that's going to drop off food literally right here by this harbour. And what I'm going to do then is add on a cargo stop here. Cargo, we're going to put that right there, and we're going to use a small dock. We'll put that there. We'll do a landing thingy-majig right there. And what I'm going to do is the boat that picks up the people here, it's only going to pick up 34, right? So that's not very many. So we can use, this boat has 2 compartments, and we can use the second compartment for food, I'm thinking. Well, that's the plan anyway. So what's going to happen is we're going to pick up food from over here. We're going to bring it to Gainsborough. We're going to drop it off there. And I've used the wrong stop there, I've just realised. So let's quickly change that one. We'll swap that one out for one of those. There we go. So it's going to drop off food right there, which is going to feed Gainsborough. And it's also going to, fingers crossed, leave food here in the cargo hub. The cargo harbour, so that we can bring it over to Congleton. And we're going to need to add a cargo harbour at Congleton. So if I click on this one, configure cargo, where are we to? There we are. And where can I can put that both sides, can I? I can, but I lose buildings there and I don't there, so that's a no-brainer. We'll put it right there. We'll do a landing dock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just edit this line now. So I'm going to have this boat, that one, manage line. So at Gainsborough Port, which is, Gainsborough's this one, isn't it? Yes, it is. At Gainsborough, we're going to drop off the people first. That's the right decision. And then we're going to, after that, we're going to add a stop for the cargo. And so what we're going to do is, at this one, we want to pick up to 50% of people. And at this one, we're going to do food. We're going to pick it up, and we're only going to pick up to 50%. There we go. And then after Congleton, we're going to add a station, and it's going to be that station. And at this one, we're just going to be unloading the food. And actually, we should probably do that first. So let's delete that a minute. Then we're going to do that. Okay. And then we're going to unload food at this one. There we go. And then at that one, it's just going to be people. Yeah. Okay. So what should be happening now, if I've done this right, we should be picking up people, then picking up food, then dropping off food, then dropping off and picking up people. I hope that will work. And the last thing I need to do is actually just set up a line that's going to go from here all the way up to Gainsborough with horses on it. So we're going to need a hub. We're going to need a road depot. There we are. And we're going to pop that. We'll just place it there because it's kind of out the way there. That should be okay. And then we're going to set up a line. And oh, we need a station. That there. I only need one platform for this. And I'll put it right there. Okay, now we can set up a line. So we're going to have a line that goes from here up to there. There we go. Simple. And we're going to call this the Gainsborough food line. Okay, and then what I need to do is just tell this what we want. So we want to pick up food, and then at this one we want to drop off food. Well, I'll just say unload everything, that's fine. I will do full loads there. And okay, so let's think now. Have I done everything that I need to do? I've got a boat that goes this way that's got 2 compartments that should be able to pick up people and food there. It's going to drop off the food, then pick up more people and drop off people there and bring them back. That should be okay. Hopefully that will increase the profits of this boat line over here. Fingers crossed anyway. We do have an excess supply of food here, so that's great. So that means we'll probably have enough to start producing more on this. I'm hoping actually we'll start seeing the level of this building go up. That would be great if we could do that. All right, is there anything else I need to do? Yes, there is. I need to actually get some vehicles on this line. So let's go to cargo. We'll pick out, I think it's, which one is it? This is a car, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Where's the car then? Have we got, oh, it's the passenger that we've got by Steam. Cargo, we're still using horses. So let's do, all of these are the same, aren't they? They don't cost any extra. So that's 5434, 5434, 5434. They all cost the same amount. They all carry the same amount. They will unload the same amount. I think there might be a slight difference with emissions here for that one. So we'll go with this one because there's less emissions. And we'll buy, let's just say like, I don't know, 20 of these horses for now. We'll buy 20 and we'll put them on that line right there. Perfect. So now we should have a line that goes up to here and then a line that goes over to there. And in Congleton, what I want to just check now is that the cargo harbour is touching all of the places that need food over here. And it's actually right next to all of the places that need food. So that should work really well for providing food to Congleton and to Gainsborough. Does anyone else need food? Now, Skipton needs food. Skipton is kind of in the middle of nowhere, though. So I'm not sure that's going to be possible. I'm just having a look to see if we've got any food production materials up here. We kind of don't, do we? Not production material. Well, we've got food materials, like we've got grain, but there's no food processing plant is what I'm trying to say. And so I think what will happen with that... Oh, and Potton needs food as well. And Potton's only across there. No, I was thinking I could build a bridge across here to Potton and then sort of another bridge then across here to Skipton. I definitely could do that, but I'm thinking it's probably more the job for a train. And eventually I'm going to have a train line that goes from Ashton-under-Lyne to Enfield to Willenhall, and I'll probably just make a stop off in Potton, and then it'll go up to Skipton as well. So it'll be a main line going this way, and then I'm going to have another line that's going to go... Oh, I probably won't stop off in Potton actually, because I explained this in episode 1, but just in case you don't know, I'm going to have a main line that goes down here, and then I'm going to have another main line that goes from Eden to Cowbridge to Potton to Willenhall, and then over to this one, Thorn. So I'm going to have a diagonal one and a straight one, and they're actually going to meet in Willenhall, which doesn't have much space, so I might have to do something about that. So what I'll have is I'll have bread go to Willenhall, and then it can go on the main line to Potton on this diagonal main line, and then the straight main line can go to Skipton and take food that way. So we'll do that in the future. That's way too complicated for today, and I don't have the money to be messing around with trains just yet. Eventually, I'll get there, I'm sure. Apart from Skipton and Potton, does everywhere else that need food now have food? It does. So now it's just a waiting game on that. What I'm going to do while we're waiting for that to start working, and I'm hoping it is... Let me just make sure that it is actually working, though. Has this got food? Oh, it has. It's already working. Okay, perfect. So that line's great. While I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to show you some things that I've done in between episodes, just to try to get my income up as much as possible. What I've been doing is I've been clicking here on my lines tab. And by the way, guys, I've actually made my UI smaller today. So if this is hard for you to see because you're watching on mobile, let me know and I'll up it again. But I'm finding it hard to fit everything onto screen. So if I can keep it at this level, then great. But at the same time, I want you guys to actually be able to see what I'm talking about. So I will increase the UI size if needed. So what I'm doing is I'm going onto this screen, clicking on line statistics, and you can see now all of my lines at the very most are losing me about 50 grand. And that's something that I've worked very hard to get to. I don't want these lines to be losing me hundreds of thousands, but 50,000, I can deal with that because our best lines are gaining us a ton, an absolute ton. Doesn't look like it right now, but normally we're talking like 1 to 2 million for these two boat lines here. And actually, my cash flow is just looking disgusting right now. I don't know why it's looking so bad, but don't worry, it'll pick up, I'm sure. So I've been going through anyway and just trying to perfect these lines. What I've had to do in Borehamwood actually is add in a second line here for bricks, because Borehamwood, because it's so spread out, if I click on this one, it needs bricks like all across here. So I've literally got a stop here for bricks and a stop there for bricks. It's quite ridiculous. And it is causing problems actually, because look at the traffic. It's horrendous. I need a roundabout here or traffic lights or something, but I don't have them yet. I've got to wait until 1925 for that. So I've got literally like 50 years of waiting to get that. It's going to be horrendous. So that's Borehamwood anyway. So that's sort of increased that. But then also at South Shields has huge traffic issues, massive traffic issues. So I've tried to arrange some of the lines so that they don't intersect each other. That's the first thing I've done here. And then I've also added in this bus stop. So I used to have a circular line that went from this bus stop to this bus stop to this bus stop and then down to the port. Well, now I've added in a bus station over here, which, by the way, this was a terrible place to add it because it's right off this main road. I should have put it like over here or something, but oh well. And now what's happening is I've got a line that goes from here to the bus station, from there to the bus station, and from there to the bus station, and then from the bus station down to the port. So I've got 4 lines in total that make like a cross across South Shields, because South Shields is a huge city. I mean, for the 1880s to have a city on 1,397 residents, that's pretty huge. That is definitely why we're having traffic issues, but it's also part of the reason we're having so much fun playing this game, because it's just hard work trying to figure all this stuff out. We've got some really bad looking cliffs in South Shields as well. Look at this. Oof. Imagine stepping off the back of your building down over there. But yeah, so I've moved some stuff around. I've made also a separate cargo hub up here for the bricks delivery, purely for the bricks delivery. And it's again because the bricks have moved up to be mostly this part of the city. They were originally in the center of the city. They were around this area, but now they've moved up to sort of up on the mountain. So I've had to bring these up here more. And what that's done is it's taken a lot of pressure off this main road, and it was doing excellent until I added this in. Yeah, so there's that anyway. Right, let's get back over to our food production line and see now if we're actually getting food on these boats. Do we have any food waiting here? We don't. Now, this is an issue. Is it because there's just everything is being used up by Gainsborough? Is that what it is? It could be. Or are they just not there yet? Maybe they're just not there yet. Oh yeah, they're just not, they haven't arrived. Gainsborough, let's have a look. Yeah, they just haven't arrived. Okay, let's actually speed up the game. And those should start arriving soon. Now, I want to start thinking about the future because I've been focused so much on perfecting my my income and expenditure. And by the way, the cash flow is looking positive again now. That's good to see. I've been focusing so much on all of that I haven't really been taking much notice of what I need to do going forward. And something I can see that Skipton needs bricks and that Yeadon needs bricks. Now I'm producing a lot of bricks, an awful lot of bricks over here. Oh, also Podden needs bricks. That's interesting because I could literally just do a line from there to there. There's a lot of things I can do here, and I'm not sure of the best way forward, unfortunately, because I get a little bit overwhelmed when I see the map and there's just stuff everywhere that needs to be done. But what I think I could start looking for is other industries that I could set up, and then I'll decide then which towns I can get items to from said industries. So I'm going to take a couple of seconds. I'm going to go and have a look around. Oh, a new industry's been founded. I'm going to go and have a look around to see what I can find, and then I'll come back to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I found a good setup over here. So we've got Halifax, Borehamwood, Huntingdon, South Shields and Rochdale that all need machines. And we've got a machines factory right here. And for machines, we're going to need some steel and we're going to need some planks. Well, look, we've got a forest here that we can get logs to the planks to the sawmill, and we've also got a steel mill here. We've got coal ore here, and unfortunately the nearest iron ore is it's not too far away. It's just over here, so I can set up a road for that as well. That's not so bad. So this could be the perfect setup now for getting machines to all of these places. So in this episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set up getting everything to the machines factory, and maybe then just getting machines into Halifax, and I'll set up the rest of the lines at a future date. But I think that would be a great start, and I think it's the next thing we want to do this episode. Before we get diving into that though, let's see now if we've got food waiting here at the cargo harbour. We do. Okay, that's huge. How many people do we have here? 34 again? What about over here? So has Congleton actually received any food yet? No, it hasn't, but that's fine. We're getting food there. Is Gainsborough actually getting any food for itself? It is. Okay, and it's growing. And what that's going to do is it's going to mean that there's going to be a larger population here that's going to want to go over to Congleton. That's huge, because that is going to help us out a ton with the profitability of this line, and I may even be adding boats to this line because of that. So I'm really pleased about that. Alright, so over to this line. Let's get the hard stuff set up first, and the hardest thing on this line is probably going to be getting the iron ore over to the steel mill. I don't know if there's a couple of different iron ores around, and I don't know which one's closer, whether it's that one or that one. The reason I'm going to go with this one is because basically it's going to be much easier to create a road that gets there than it is going to be to, boats and stuff like that, right? So let's go from this one, and we'll set up a road over this way because we want it to be as straight a line as possible, and we need it to get over to there, so that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my streets, I'm going to get my country roads, and I'm going to need a bendy one again. We're on that one, so that's perfect. We're going to bend this around. We want this to get past the farm, but then basically be a straight shot all the way over to that iron, what's it called? The steel mill over there. I may go to the straight road now. There we go. And from there, we want to go across the river. I don't know if I want to build on this river in the future. There we go. If I just join it up there, it automatically makes a road and a bridge. And then we'll come straight across here. Oh, we're making a tunnel there. I don't want a tunnel. Let's do that. And oh, how steep is this? Is a steep hill, turns out. Okay, that'll do though. And then I'm actually gonna bring this. Can I please edit? There we go. I'm gonna bring that to there. That gives us more of a straight shot then, over here to that road there. Okay, and then I'll start curving it around here. Oh, okay, it doesn't like the water. So let's just terraform this little bit here. We're going to use our flatten tool, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. And I'm just going to flatten all of this out. It's not going to cost too much, I don't think. Only a mil. Oh, gosh. That's disgusting. Do you know what? It's something that's new to me. I very rarely use terrain modifying tools when I'm playing these type of games. Why am I getting a collision here? This should not be a collision now. All right, this is very frustrating at this point. What if is it just like this tiny little bit here? Is that a problem? Okay, I think I can just delete this road and then I'll just place a new road. Oh yeah, look, there's a tiny little bit of river there. I wish I just did that in the first place. It would have saved me a lot of time. Okay, there we go. So now if I add a road back in, fingers crossed, we'll be able to do this. So something like, I want a straight road here, please. There we go. Okay, road added. Perfect. We've got a way to get our iron over to our steel mill. Now we need to get this coal to the steel mill. That should be much easier because it's literally right here. So we'll just do a straight road, just like that. Okay. Now we need to get the steel down to this factory here. Again, that should be mega easy. So I'm going to do an almost straight road. That's going to go to here, I think. I'm going to go to like there for now. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to have a station here in this corner, and I'll connect that road up to that station at a future date. I'm going to need to get the planks here as well from this station up here, and I'm going to need to get logs to that station. So let's do a road from there straight up to there. Again, money is not an issue for me so much right now. I'm more focused on getting the straightest route available, because turns out that's how I make money, is by making my routes as straightforward as possible. I'm going to make a connection there, and I'm just going to connect this up to here. I can't believe I'm making a tunnel for that as well, but that's fine. That's such overkill, isn't it? All right, so what I can do then is get some stations in. We're going to do this station. So, okay, so let's do all the stations where we only need one platform to start with. So this one, first of all, is only going to need one platform. How far away can we have this? We'll do it there then. And what else only needs one platform? So this one will only need one platform. How far away can I have this? I can have it there. Okay, that's perfect. Then this one's only going to need one platform. And how far away can I have this one? I can have this one there. Okay, and then I'm going to need 2 platforms for this one. And I'll do that. If I do that there, then I'll have a road that connects to the back here, so that's fine. I'm going to need 3 for this one, aren't I? Hang on, what am I going to need for that one? Let's think about this. Oh, and actually, I am going to just quickly, before I do that, I am actually going to need a road that connects to this one. So I guess I'll do something like that. There we go, that should be fine. Yeah, there we go, that's okay. And I'm going to just delete this road. I don't need it. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to do a station right here. So, done that one, done that one, done that one. Done that one. I need one for here, one for there. Okay. So buildings. Oh, and also I should be forward in time, really. Buildings, stations. I'm going to need... Right, I'm going to need iron coming in, coal coming in, and steel going out. So that's 3 platforms I'm going to need in total. How far away can I have this? Basically, I want to make it as close to this one as possible, because that's got the furthest journey to travel. So if I do it there like that, and then I'm going to configure that real quick. First thing I'm going to do is make these much longer. Also going to add in one of those just for now. And then I want to do some street access. So I'm going to have access straight out the back here that is going to connect up to the machines factory over there. So they'll be able to come straight out there and over to the machines factory. But I also want a connection. If I'm thinking I'm going to have stuff coming down this way. And then, oh, could it just use this same connection? It could, couldn't it? Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually just going to use the same connection. We'll just have two connections there. That's probably a good idea. Okay, so in that case then, I actually want this road here. Let me get out of this view a second. I want this road here to come straight over to there. I'm going to get rid of that bit. And I'm going to get rid of this bit. And I'm going to make a road that goes something like this. There we go. And then this road is going to connect up there and then go right there. All right, so all of that is then being produced and should be getting sent down to this factory. This is going to have planks coming in, steel coming in, and then machines going out. So this is going to need 3 terminals. Probably 4 actually, because it's going to have... oh no, depending on where I drop this off, I could probably get rid of... I could probably do with 1 terminal, so that's fine. So buildings... truck station, 3 terminal. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. You guys might not know what I'm thinking about right now because I haven't explained it very well. But don't panic. I'll explain it in a second. I want, again, to make this route as short as possible, really. And then I also want the route into Halifax to be as direct as possible. So let's do that. So what I was thinking, when I was thinking about the amount of terminals that I need here, for the station, for the trucks, I'm going to need 1 to come in for the planks, 1 to come in for the machine, for the tools, and 1 to go out for the machines. But then I thought, okay, but the machines I'm actually going to be moving all around the map, right? I'm going to have machines going to South Shields, to Rochdale, to Borehamwood, to Huntingdon. So I'm probably going to want more than 1 terminal for the machines. But actually, no. So I can have 1 terminal for the machines because as long as I drop the machines off close enough to this harbour over here, it will provide Halifax with machines, and it will also provide the harbour with machines. A little bit like, well, exactly like what we're doing with the food up here in Gainsborough. So I only actually need 1 line set up for that, and hopefully that will make this a lot more efficient as well. Okay, so all of the stations are in place, all of the roads are in place. I need to add in a road depot. Oh no, I actually have a road depot, but I'm going to do one closer because it will take forever otherwise to get this started. So let's get a road depot, and we'll put this up here right near this stop right there. Okay, and now we're going to add in our lines. So we're going to have a new line that goes from there to there, and that's going to be called L for lorry, and it's going to be called let's call it iron to steel. There we go. Maybe we'll call it iron to steel 1 because I do envision having an iron line in the future that does iron to steel in the same place. Hopefully we can get another iron place to spawn in up here. That would be great. And this is going to be loading up on iron, and then at this one dropping off iron, and we're going to do full loads, and we're going to do only wait for a minute. All right, next line we're going to do is going to be coal to steel 1, and that one we can keep as grey because it's going to be a coal, which is grey / black. Full loads coal, and then dropping off coal. And did I actually say dropping off steel at this one? Yeah, I just said unloading everything, so that's fine. Now we just need a bunch of stuff, a bunch of vehicles to go on these lines, like a load. So let's get this one again, and I'm going to get like 100. Is that overkill? I don't know. 100 vehicles. How much is that? 3 mil? That's fine. It's worth it. Okay, now I need to divvy these out right, though. So I'm going to want... I think I'm going to want like... Oh, let's see. I'm going to need a load on this line, like 20 or 30 on this line at least. So let's just get 30 of these. So if we go from there to 80, where was 80? There. Is that 30? Oh, that's 31. So let's just go to there then. And we'll put that on... Where is it? Where have I put it? Iron. Where do we do? Here we go. We'll put on iron to steel. And then from coal to steel, we're not going to need very many. Maybe like 5 between 5 and 10. So I'm going to go with 10 for right now. There we go. And we'll put those on the coal to steel. Then for logs to planks, we're going to go with 20, I think. I think that's 20. Yeah. Logs to planks, logs to planks. There we go. And then for planks to... from planks to machines, that's a long line. I'm probably going to want 30. So we're going to need to go to 39. There you go. Yeah. And we'll put those on planks to machines. And then the last 10, we're going to put on steel to machines. Oh, and I didn't put any on machines to Halifax. Okay, let me just buy a couple more. We'll buy some vehicles. Let's just do... We'll do 10 on this one as well. It's the green one, isn't it? Let's see. Did I just call it line 9? I did. I didn't name it. That's frustrating. Let me quickly name that one. All right. That's set up. We're going to need to wait for that. I can hear lots of ding, ding, dings. Oh, it's all of this up here, isn't it? It's because I'm near this. Yeah. Oh, it's working so well, though, isn't it? Look at this. It's like clockwork. It really is. Right, let's check up on that food line again. So, we should now have Gainsborough growing. We do. Gainsborough's growing nicely. It needs a lot more food. I'm going to add this line, I think. And how much have we got? 99 on there. And 100 weight in there. We need to increase this boat size. How many people are coming back? 42 are on their way back from Congleton. So that's not great. Congleton is getting its bread, though. So that's fantastic news. It's food, I should say. So we could have more boats going up. Well, more boats going in both directions, I suppose. The thing is, they're going to be losing money on the way back, I think. That's the issue. Let me just check this line and see if this is actually making us any money. So this is Gainsborough to Conglebridge. Congleton to Cobb. Is this one, isn't it? It's actually making us money. Oh, it's doing really well. It's making us money constantly. It's just full on every trip back. Okay, yeah. This is a no-brainer, actually. We're going to need another boat on this line. So if I click on that, click Manage Vehicle, and I'm going to double it. And I might even do a third, depending on how that goes. But I want it to continue earning money for us. That's the most important thing here. Have we got an overflow here? Yes, we do. So we can up the amount of vehicles on this line as well. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together, guys. Let's just double it. Let's just put 40 on there and see how that goes. That might be overkill. I'm not sure. If it is, what I'll do is I'll split it into 2 lines. But what I know is Gainsborough is not getting all of the food that it needs. And unfortunately, neither is Congleton. So we do need to up those vehicles. We need to up the boats. We've never done that. So hopefully that will all sort of sort itself out. I do think that has put us in a really good place going forward. Our accounts are looking fantastic. Actually, we did have a little bit of a low year there, but in general, we tend to do pretty well. We're up on 1886 right now, so we've progressed 6 years in this episode. We still don't have a loan. We're making profit constantly. Yeah, in a good place. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, everybody. I really have. We've done a lot, got a lot of good work done. In the next episode, I think we'll probably be adding in some machines lines to all of these different places that need machines, because now we have machines set up. And we'll obviously work to get closer to 1925, because that year is going to be a huge year for us. That's when we'll start getting cars and we'll start having roundabouts and traffic lights, which will make a huge improvement to the efficiency of all of our lines. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Gwent Gamer. Goodbye.